Chosen ones, welcome back to a place where truth reigns and your empowerment is the ultimate goal. Today we unravel a concept that has likely touched your life at some point: gaslighting. But we are not just scratching the surface. We dive deep into the truth about gaslighting, what it really means, why it happens, and most importantly, how it reveals your strength. Let me begin with this perspective from Gloria Steinem: the truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. This quote could not be more fitting, because when the truth about gaslighting comes to light, it shows more than manipulation, it reveals fear, insecurity, and desperation in those who try to control you. The purpose of this video is simple yet profound. To reveal the deeper implications of gaslighting, why it happens to those who are rising, and how you can transform this experience into further proof of your unstoppable ascent. Gaslighting is not a sign of strength. It is a sign of desperation. When someone gaslights you, it is because they realize their control is slipping. They sense your clarity, your growth, your light, and it terrifies them. Manipulators thrive on confusion, and when your clarity begins to expose their lies, they panic. They know that once you recognize the truth, you cannot unsee it. That is when their desperation kicks in, and they use gaslighting as a last-ditch attempt to regain control. But here is the crucial point. Their tactics only work if you doubt yourself. And the moment you stop doubting, their manipulation begins to dissolve. Your energy, pure, authentic, and unshakable, triggers something in their shadows. Your growth and authenticity force them to confront parts of themselves they would rather avoid. Instead of facing their insecurities, they project them onto you. They make you question your reality because they cannot question their own. The universe, however, sees everything. Every action, every intention, every manipulation, all of it is recorded in a cosmic ledger beyond human comprehension. Nothing escapes its watchful gaze, and every move, whether visible or unseen, contributes to the greater balance of energies. This impartial system takes no sides. It simply ensures that the scales are balanced with precision and fairness. Manipulators, in their relentless pursuit of control over others, unknowingly plant the seeds of their own suffering. With every lie, every deceptive act, every attempt to distort reality, they burden themselves with a heavier load. These actions, no matter how advantageous they may appear in the short term, carry energies that demand balance. And karma, as methodical and infallible as it is, ensures they must face the consequences of their deeds. The nature of manipulation carries an unavoidable price. Those who manipulate others are trapped in a cycle of their own making, where their lies entangle and suffocate them further. Every deception, every betrayal adds weight to their karmic debt and builds a reality that becomes increasingly fragile and unstable. The universe does not work on human timelines, but it is relentless in ensuring justice. Manipulators may believe they are invincible, yet their actions trigger a chain reaction that leads to their inevitable downfall. What they perceive as control is merely a temporary illusion. The energies they project return to them magnified, ensuring they must face the full force of their choices. The justice of karma is not swift, but it is thorough. Manipulators often find themselves caught in the very traps they set for others. Their lies become unbearable, and the effort to maintain a false narrative breeds paranoia, fear, and ultimately self-destruction. When the facade they built begins to crumble, their world collapses, not because you wished it, but because it is the natural consequence of their actions. Lies are fragile constructs by nature. They cannot withstand the unrelenting light of truth. And the brighter that light becomes, the faster their carefully crafted reality disintegrates, forcing them to confront the wreckage of their choices. The universe does not act out of malice, it simply mirrors back what they projected into the world. This brings us to an undeniable truth. Manipulators inevitably face their downfall. The weight of their lies becomes a burden they cannot escape. The effort to sustain a web of deception requires constant energy and vigilance, leaving them drained and paranoid. Eventually, the lies catch up with them, and the facade they worked so hard to maintain begins to unravel. Their world falls apart, not because of outside forces, but because the structure was flawed from the start. Manipulation is a house of cards, and the slightest breath of truth is enough to bring it crashing down. This is not punishment, it is the natural consequence of their actions, a manifestation of the universal law of cause and effect. The beauty of truth lies in its permanence. While lies may hold power for a time, they are unstable and cannot withstand the tests of light and time. Manipulators are trapped by their own actions, forced to face the consequences as their reality crumbles. They may try to shift blame or intensify their tactics, but the cracks in their facade cannot be hidden. Collapse is inevitable, and when their deception is exposed, they must face the full weight of their moral failure. It is not your job to bring this judgment. The universe takes care of that. Your role is simply to stand firm in your truth, knowing that justice always arrives in its time. The downfall of manipulators serves as a powerful reminder of the universality of truth. Lies are temporary, but truth endures. When manipulators experience the collapse of their carefully constructed reality, it is not just a personal failure, it is proof of the unshakable power of authenticity. Their paranoia and fear are symptoms of the unsustainable nature of deception. As their lies dissolve, they are left vulnerable, forced to face the emptiness of their actions. This process is not immediate, but it is certain. Karma ensures that no action, however small, escapes its reach, delivering consequences that are both fair and unavoidable. Gaslighting, as painful as it may be, is often a reaction to your growth. As you evolve and step into your power, it highlights the limitations and insecurities of those around you. Your rising energy and undeniable ascent create a shift in the dynamics of your relationships. Manipulators lash out because they sense this shift and feel threatened by it. Their manipulations are not truly about you. They are reflections of their own fears and inadequacies. They cannot bear the light you radiate, because it exposes the stagnation in their own lives. Their attempts to control and weaken you are desperate efforts to preserve the status quo. It is important to understand that gaslighting has less to do with your weaknesses and more to do with their insecurities. As you grow, a mirror is created that forces others to confront their own limitations. Manipulators resist this process because it threatens their carefully constructed illusions. They project their fears and inadequacies onto you, hoping to undermine your confidence and halt your progress. But your growth is unstoppable. Every manipulation they attempt only highlights their own weaknesses and insecurities. You are not responsible for their discomfort. Your only responsibility is to continue shining and evolving. Gaslighting, painful as it may be, can become a catalyst for profound self-discovery. It forces you to confront your own truth and recognize the strength within you. Manipulators may try to distort your reality, but they cannot diminish your essence. Your growth is proof of your resilience, and their attempts to undermine you only serve to highlight your power. While their actions may cause temporary pain, they hold no lasting impact on your journey. The universe sees your strength and rewards your authenticity by ensuring the manipulator's efforts to control you ultimately fail. And here is the beauty of karma. It ensures that their lies collapse under their own weight. Over time, their credibility erodes, and others begin to see the truth. The once clever deceptions of the manipulator become obvious as the universe works to expose their falsehoods. This is not about revenge, but about the natural correction of imbalance. Their tactics, which at first seemed effective, lose all power once the truth emerges. Karma ensures that no lie goes unchecked, and manipulators are forced to face consequences in ways they never expected. The exposure of a manipulator's lies is often accompanied by spiritual warnings, vivid dreams, strange coincidences, and an overwhelming sense of unease. These signs serve as omens pointing to the karmic consequences they will soon face. While they may dismiss these warnings at first, the growing discomfort becomes impossible to ignore. The universe offers them chances for reflection and change, but manipulators rarely take them. Instead, they continue their path of deception, entangling themselves further in karmic debt. As their lies unravel and their credibility is destroyed, manipulators are forced to confront the reality they tried so hard to escape. Their falsehoods become publicly known, leading to exposure they cannot control. The humiliation they experience is not just social but also spiritual, a reckoning that reminds them of the power of truth. This process, as painful as it may be for them, is a necessary correction of the imbalance they created. The universe, in its wisdom, ensures that justice prevails, leaving no doubt that actions have consequences. But this is not about them. It is about you. Gaslighting is a test, and chosen ones, you have already passed it. Your resilience and integrity have exposed their manipulations for what they are, weak and unsustainable attempts to control you. The universe rewards those who remain authentic, who choose truth over illusion. Your strength lies in your ability to stay grounded in your reality, even in the face of distortion. The manipulators' efforts to undermine you have only revealed their own moral failures, while you have emerged stronger and more self-assured. The most empowering part of this journey is the realization that their lies will eventually be exposed publicly. Manipulators may deceive people for a time, but truth always has a way of coming to light. The unveiling of their deceptions is not your responsibility. It is the natural consequence of their actions. When their manipulations are revealed, they face public humiliation, a karmic outcome they cannot escape. This is not revenge, but balance, a reminder that the universe ensures justice in due time. Ultimately, your journey is not defined by their actions but by your response to them. Gaslighting may have tested your resolve, but it has also strengthened your character. You have proven that truth and authenticity are more powerful than any manipulation. The universe recognizes your courage and resilience, and its rewards will reflect that. While manipulators face the consequences of their actions, you move forward freer and stronger, knowing your truth is unshakable. That is your victory, and it is well deserved. When you detach from their games, you strip them of their power. Without your energy, their illusions collapse. Your peace, your detachment, accelerates their karmic unraveling. And as your energy continues to rise, they find they can no longer reach you. They cannot touch your ascent, and that only intensifies their fear. You become untouchable, unstoppable, undeniable. Karma is relentless but fair. It does not rush, but it never misses. Manipulators often face consequences precisely when they least expect them. Their downfall is precise, inevitable, and transformative. And as they remain trapped in their own web, you rise higher, freer, and stronger than ever. Remember this, chosen ones. You have already won. By staying true to yourself, by never compromising your integrity, you have already proven your strength. Their karma is not your concern. It is their own doing. The universe stands with you, balancing energies and rewarding authenticity. Now I want you to take this power and embrace it. If this message resonates with you, if you feel the truth in these words, write 777 in the comments. This number is a symbol of divine alignment, spiritual growth, and being exactly where you are meant to be. Stay authentic. Keep evolving. The universe is behind you, and your rise is unstoppable. Thank you for being here, chosen ones. Until next time, keep shining, keep growing, and remember this. Truth always wins. Stay blessed.